Good morning, year 3. How are you all? I hope everything is okay. Welcome to our science lesson today, and we are going to study materials and their properties. You remember the materials? Now we are going to study the properties of the materials. So, look at this picture. There are different houses, right? In different parts of the world, and they are made from different materials. Some here made of grass, some made of cloth, some made of stone, or even ice, right? So, what's your house made of? Why do you think they are made differently? Okay, this we are going to study today. We are going to study the materials which have different properties that can be sorted. Sorted. You remember the sorting? I can put them into groups so I can choose the materials to make the objects for a specific purpose. And the purpose it means reason. Okay? So the materials have properties that can be sorted. I can put them in group in order to help us to choose the materials to make the object. I can look to the properties and choose which one is perfect for this job. Okay? Look at this picture. This this is Rita, and this is Ari. Rita, she's wearing a raincoat, okay, and Ari, he doesn't wear anything, just his clothes, okay. He's so wet, but Rita, she's so dry, right? What do you think? Why do you think this happened? Because her clothes is different from his clothes, right? They are wearing clothes, right? But some are have some properties different from the other. So, what can we can use different materials in different way based on their properties. It's raining. This boy also he's so clever. He's wearing the raincoat and he's wearing also the rain boot. Okay, so because of what? These materials do not let the water pass through them. They are called waterproof materials. Okay, and we can also say they are called water resistance. Water resistance. Do not let the water pass through them. So look at this picture. Someone spilled the water on the floor. So I'm going to bring a plastic bag to suck up the water. No, of course not. I'm going to bring the tissue roll. Yes, because of what? What do you think? What the difference between the tissue and the plastic bag? Yes, the tissue roll can absorb the water, can suck up the water, can take in the water inside his material, right? Okay, so your hand is wet. What you are going to do? You are going to dry it up by plastic bag or by a towel. Of course, by a towel, because they are called absorbent materials. Absorbent materials. Absorbent materials suck up the water. Okay, look at this experiment. You can do it at home. Bring two pieces of one made of plastic and the other one made of cotton. Okay, of course, this test must be fair. And you remember the fair test? I have to use the same. I have to use the same. I have to use the same variables, but I will change only one. Okay, so I'm going to use the same size, the same thickness of plastic and the cotton, and I'm going to put the same amount of water. I'm going to put what? The same amount of water. So compare the trays, observe which trays has less water left after being whipped. I'm going to use the piece of plastic to whip the tray A and the piece of cloth to whip the tray B. Okay, which piece of materials is better able to dry the tray? Why do you think this is so? What do you think, guys? Yes, the experiments here tell us that the cotton is able to absorb the water while the plastic is waterproof and not able to absorb the water. So now you know that why Ritas was able to stay dry while Ari got so wet. So absorbency and the water resistance are two examples of the properties of materials. Okay, so what this happened? Why this happened? This man, he's holding a bag and all the objects inside it fall down. Okay, why do you think this happened? Because this material is strong? No, of course, not strong material. It's weak material. Because what? The strong material can support heavy loads without breaking. This is what a strong material. So the strong material can support a heavy load without breaking. And this property is called strength. This property is called strength. And we studied this before. The second property here, and we talked it also before, hardness. The hardness that is hard, the material that is hard can withstand scratch. What the meaning of withstand scratch? If I can leave a scratch on this piece of wood, so it's not a hard material. But with this nail, I can leave a scratch on the glass? No, I can't. So when the glass and wood are scratched with a nail, no mark is made on the glass, but a deep mark is made on the wood. So this is called what? A hard material. This is called a hard material, and the property here is called hardness. Is called hardness. So and also here the plastic ruler. Look at your plastic ruler with a lamp under the lamp. So do you notice any scratch marks on the plastic ruler? So yes, of course, this shows that the plastic is not hard and can be scratched easily. It's not hard and can be scratched easily. So when I leave a scratch on the material, this is what? It's not a hard material. Okay, we remember the hard test of course. Flexibility. Some we said the material is flexible when I can bend it easily without breaking. So look at these examples. These materials are flexible, can bend easily like the towel, like the slippers, like the ruler. It's made of plastic. But some materials are not flexible, like this piece, the ruler made of wood, the spoon, and the nails. They are not flexible. We called it rigid materials. We called it rigid materials. Look at this picture. This is what? There are here different kind of glass, right? This lady, she's wearing a sunglasses. Can it made from metal? No, of course. It's made from glass, okay? And maybe plastic, but it's made of glass white. And this is what the car also, okay? The window of the car, it's made of glass. Because I need these materials so I can see through it. It's called transparent material. It's called transparent materials. So how many see-through things can you see here in the picture? Can you try to answer this? So the property here is called transparency. It's called transparency. Transparency is a measure of the amount of light that can pass through the material. So if I have a torch and a glass, okay, and the wall, I open the torch on, so it's allow most of the light to pass through them, right? So this is called the transparent materials. This is called transparent materials. But winner materials that allow some light to pass through them are called translucent material. Are called translucent material. So this is what? If I have a material and allow some light to pass through the other way, okay, like this sheets, it's color orange or something, it's allow some of the light to go to the other way on the wall. Okay, so they are called translucent material. Okay, and this piece of wood allow the light? No, it do not allow any light to pass through them. So this is called opaque material. This is called opaque materials. Okay, so transparency is a measure of the amount of light that can pass through a material. Okay, so now let's revise what we took here: the strength, the ability to support a heavy load. The hardness is ability to withstand scratches. The absorbency is ability to absorb the water. And flexibility is ability to bend easily without breaking. And the last one is elasticity. It's ability to stretch easily without breaking. So I wrote here the student book pages, okay, to revise from it, okay. Next time we are going to study the floating or sinking, magnetic materials, and heat conductivity. Okay, thank you guys. Have a nice day.